You're welcome in, guys, and welcome to another match of the Mega Man 4 tournament. Tonight we'll have Victrass versus Palpiblade. So we're in the loser brackets, and hopefully we have a good race here. So for the seeding, so we have Victrass seed 6 and Palpiblade's seed 14. So a little bit of an advantage to Victrass, but not to underestimate Palpiblade, which is a very good Mega Man 4 boss-only runner, or just a good boss-only runner in general, so I hope to see some good things from both runners here, and looks like we are ready, so we have a little bit of a sync problem, but hopefully we'll get that sorted out as we go. So because boss only, we have a pretty big route variance here. We have Palpiblade that basically will do whatever routing he wants to because boss only, so it's not you can do pretty much any stage to start with. And we have Bright First for Victrass, which is the most like the slightly slower route, but like very comfy for races. Okay, makes it through, got the good pattern. So these grasshoppers have can jump low or high. So Victrass got the last one jumped high, so it's really good because then you don't have to wait or do the risky jump. Meanwhile, Palpiblade going through the last room of drill boss only, which is pretty scary, but he managed it very well so far. Have a lot of health. Scary drop, but he makes it no problem. Meanwhile, Victrass fighting the RNG. And getting not so great RNG. Yeah, oh, okay, the last one jumped high. And now we'll see Palpiblade fighting Drillman. So Drillman is a pretty RNG boss fight. You don't want him to dive like that. Yep, instant dive already for Palpiblade. That's pretty unfortunate. I guess that's why you want to do this boss first, because that's like one of the most RNG boss in the game. Because you can lose a lot of time, like each dive loses you 4 seconds, so it's like pretty bad. Meanwhile, okay, Palpiblade just nailing this fight though. That was a pretty good fight, especially for boss only. And meanwhile, Victrass on to Bright. So to manage the Bright fight properly, you need to shoot 3 full ammo, 3 charge shots, and 1 Lehman shot. So that way, you won't get any freeze from Bright. And looks like a decent fight. Actually, the fact that he jumped at the end saved him a little bit of time because he jumped ever so slightly towards the center. And you see Victrass actually aligning himself to get the magic pixel. That's something you have to do at the end of every stage in the 8 robots, because you want to align yourself to a specific pixel. You have like a left and a right pixel, and that way Mega Man gets teleported instantly to the top. You don't have to wait for the animation, at least not as much. So meanwhile, Palpiblade on Dust, so he's gonna do the lag room, one of the laggiest room in the game, that's why it's called the lag room. And yeah, the fact that we have to do it with Buster is pretty, I mean, you don't really see Buster usually, but yeah, Palpiblade is a Buster only runner, so he's gonna do basically, as I said, Buster only the whole way. Let's see if Palpiblade gets Balloon. He doesn't get it. That's gonna be pretty annoying for Victrass. He's gonna have to do a lot of backup strats. So Balloon is normally what you would get here on the right side of this stage, but unfortunately he fell off. So in the next stages, especially in the later, like the castle stages, and in Ringman, the following stage, he's gonna have to do some backup strats. We'll see what he does there. Meanwhile, Palpiblade getting through Crushers, we'll get to talk about them when Victrass gets there too. I'm gonna be particularly interested in his Dust fight, because it's gonna be a bit more annoying to handle, especially his health is pretty low. He cannot really tank a lot of. I don't think he can take any sucks. So yeah, Dust can suck. he has like a 25% chance to suck on each action he does. So I hope he doesn't get any, because he cannot tank any. He's gonna have to wait. So far, so good. So standing close to dust actually makes him jump. Okay, he gets one. Gets 1 sec. Actually, he could tank it. Never mind. I lied. I thought he could not tank one, but he could tank actually. I lied. That ended up being a decent fight. Only 1 suck. He actually nailed that pretty good. Meanwhile, victrass on Pharaoh. So Pharaoh is less likely to jump if you're close to him. The thing is, you kind of want him to make him jump towards the center, because like killing boss on the center is faster. Unfortunately, Pharaoh is not so cooperative, so he's gonna have a corner kill. Not a big deal though, just a couple of seconds loss. And now we have both players on Ringman, because victrass is also going to pick up Ringman here. Spoiler alert. But he doesn't have balloon, so he's gonna have to do some some backup strats. We'll see what he does. He's likely to use Bright. Meanwhile, Palpiblade nailing through that first half, no big deal. With Buster, he knows what he's doing. So yeah, victrass using Bright, pretty expected. He's probably not used to doing that. He knows he can do it, but he probably doesn't know that strat very well. So he's gonna have a little bit of issues. And you don't want to take too much damage on a lot of things here, because you need a lot of health in the stage. He should be fine though, he has a lot of health. And I didn't notice, but like Palpy had to actually play the mini boss like it's meant to be played and not one shot with Pharaoh, so like victrass is about to do here. Ooh. Okay, that should be fine. That's one thing you can do with busters, you can basically kill like a lot of the Saturns. Oh, but he missed it! Okay, he got the backup though. Okay, that can be very annoying when you missed up that, because if you're off cycle, like it can be quite the pain. Okay. Let's see how Palpy handle the ring fight Buster only. That's gonna be interesting to look at. He can't take 1 damage, probably for the ring. Oh, but victrass died on the checkpoint room. That's not a massive death because you respawn right there, but it's still annoying, especially if he used extra ammo. So, but now he has Buster, so he's probably gonna use Buster all the way to the end to conserve some ammo here. Meanwhile, Palpiblade just nailing this run so far. Pretty nice to see. Buster only being played here. It's still any percent, it counts. It's just like, it's actually technically a time loss to do Buster only, but he's good at it. He's got a good toad band now. I don't think the order really matters. I mean, it doesn't even matter because you do Buster the whole way. I guess you cannot maybe do some part. I think you can do everything Buster only in the 8 robots. It's mostly for Castle that you're gonna have to use some weapons. So this screen is particularly tough Buster only, because you don't have Bright to stop the enemies, so on top of having the win here, yep, that was, I don't want to say expected, but it's like very hard to do this already with Bright. So without Bright, that's even harder. so yeah. Okay, victrass meanwhile killing a ring this time, no problem. Okay, makes it the second time. The umbrella though? Okay, we're fine. Okay, that was kind of scary. Nail it though. He's a little low, but that should be alright. The thing is, he won't be able to skip the mini bosses, because normally you want to use Bright in the stage to skip basically all the mini bosses. But because he's on Buster here, he's not gonna be able to do that. So okay, that health drop actually might be helpful for him. I don't know. Okay, meanwhile, victrass on Dustman actually featuring some of these Pharaoh strats that we don't see that often, honestly. We see a lot of Bright, but Pharaoh is technically faster because you're able to reduce a lot more lag. It's also a lot harder because the first room is really finicky. Fortunately, he didn't die, so that's cool. We'll see if he actually managed to keep the slug room properly. Yeah, he does. That's very good. Very nice. So, yeah, meanwhile, we saw Palpiblade killing these, I think they're called Escaru, if I remember right. So... So yeah, victrass should be fine, yep. He played safe, he shoot early here. If you shoot early, you get stuck here, so you have to wait a little bit. Not a big deal, it's just like a 1.5, I think, second time loss. I've got the exact time loss of this mistake, but it's basically better to do that than dying, so... Oh, he go for the ring strat here. That's actually not easy to do. I mean, it's not that hard to do, it's just very scary because it's so easy to mess up and just lose time. And it also barely saves time, it's like 20 frames-ish. Meanwhile, Palpiblade killing Toadman, no problem. Whatever it's boss only or using drill for this fight, doesn't matter. It's a freebie. Alright, Palpiblade doing Pharaoh, so I wonder if he's gonna pick up Balloon though. Let's see, so because victrass doesn't have Balloon, he's actually gonna have to use Bright here. So that's the strat, actually using Bright. So we saw Palpiblade actually picking up Balloon, so he's gonna probably use it later on. Alright. Nice room for Palpi there. Usually you wanna try to make these platforms not shoot bullets because it's creating lag, but here we're just trying to survive and not die, so it's not a big deal if you do beat. You're a little bit suboptimal on that here. Victrass coming to the last room of Skull. It's kind of hard to say who is ahead here. It's likely Victrass is ahead. Oh, I maybe jinxed him on that. That's a pretty bad death, though. He's gonna spawn like on the previous rooms. It's not that bad of a death, but kind of jinxed him here. Let's see if Pharaoh is gonna be like an idiot. So as I said earlier, Pharaoh is likely to not move if you stay close to him, but Palpi kind of wants him to move towards the center. That's what he's trying to do here. Unfortunately, he goes to the left because he got surprised, I would say. It's not a big deal, it's still a decent fight, but yeah, he's gonna lose a little bit of time from having to wait for the bubble to despawn. But yeah, as I said, it's kind of hard to say who is ahead here, because they're doing like completely different routes. We'll see after the first 8, I guess. Palpi going to Bright. Victrass about to go to Dive. I believe Palpi is ahead for now. But the thing is, he's done like most of the short stages, I believe. So again, these grasshoppers. Oh, good pattern again. So they both got the good pattern on the grasshopper. So like, it doesn't really matter what you get usually on the first one, because you can deboost with the bullet. The bullet doesn't have a 100% chance to come though, but it's pretty likely. So usually what happens is you deboost off the bullet and slide on the spikes to go to the second grasshopper. It's really the second grasshopper, if it gives a small jump, you usually want to wait for a race, because like the jump to get it, to make it in one is, I mean, it's not that hard, it's just very scary, so you usually don't want to do that. Palpiblade like getting some pretty terrible RNGs on these grasshoppers. Yeah, and finishes with a, I think, was that a low? No, that was a high, right? I'm confused here. I don't know. I was half looking. Okay, meanwhile, victrass on the second half of dive is gonna be. This room is actually pretty fun to do. There's a lot of strats you can do in this room. He's gonna have the deboost here. He wanted to kill that ray, but he missed it, so he had to take damage off that ray. The 2-cycle well, yep, pretty good. Here, you want to make sure to not grab wire. We don't want wire, it's useless. Yep, there you go. You really made sure to not grab the wire here. Okay, he's gonna use skull. So using skull here is actually faster because you don't want to, like, you have to take damage. Like, you can keep bright on this room, but it's slower because, yeah, you have to take here. The only issue with that is that now you don't have any ammo to spare on this fight, so you really don't want to do mistakes. And, oh, he missed one, so he's gonna have to switch to dust. So the time he gained, he actually just lost it here. He's actually off pixel, he's fixed it, but he's not gonna get the extra animation skip. So in both Pharaoh and Dive, you can jump on a specific timing if you have the right magic pixel, and you will save an extra like 80 frames or something, because you basically skip the jump altogether, you just teleport instantly. Alright, so Palpi going to skull, so as just like victrass, we're not gonna see the zip because he's not gonna use balloon that he's not required to do, as it's boss only for him. So he's just gonna cruise Buster with this stage just like the others. Meanwhile, victrass going to the true dive man, aka drill man. We'll see if these bats are cooperating. So these bats can open either after 1 or 3 seconds. He gets bad bats, so these ones are the 3-second bat. So that loses time, and that makes, like, he got hit by the second bat there too. You can make it without getting hit, but that's, like, pretty hard. So it's better to just jump high and make sure to not miss it altogether. Oh, a lot of drops for victrass. I'm not sure if that deboost was intentional from Palpi, but we'll say it was. Oh, I don't know if that guy is always there. I really don't know boss only these rooms, so it's like I'm seeing a new game right now on some of these rooms. I mean, I've played that game probably boss only like once or twice, but I've never really truly speedrun it boss only, so a lot of this is new for me. Okay, let's see what treatment Drillman gives to victrass here. So this dive is always gonna happen. Okay, that's one dive. That's a pretty early dive. That's actually pretty bad. Okay. Does he walk? He jumps. Okay, good fight. A shame he shot a little early there, because he could have actually got a very clean center kill here. Well, he shot kind of late actually, never mind. But he shot early, but he went a little high. But yeah, that's still a pretty good fight. Okay, so I think victrass is actually ahead here. Are they on their last stage both? I'm actually unsure. They might be both on their last stage, but I believe victrass is ahead. Yeah, they're both. I think they're both on their last stage, unless I'm wrong. So it's not dive is not gonna change that much over the regular stage. It's just that you're not gonna be able to bright most of these rooms. So instead of like sliding through these I don't know, spiky things, whatever they're called, you're gonna have to wait or jump over them. So it's like a little bit slower, especially in that checkpoint room. Palpi is coming up here. He's gonna have to wait for like the last one, I believe. Yeah, this one. Oh, he actually took damage off of. Well, that's roughly the same. Oh, okay, that was terrifying. I was not bothered about him like dying off the spikes. I was more scared of his health because if he would have took one more damage here, he was dead. So, and that was gonna be a pretty annoying death too. So you really don't want to die there. Okay, meanwhile, Victrass cruising through Toadman, no problem. Yep, pretty clean. That last room was clean. It's the early menu. It's actually a little bit faster the menu in the boss fight. There you go. Honestly, this is pretty close. This is actually really close. And we have to remember, Victrass doesn't have Balloon as well, so he's also having a little bit of a disadvantage too for that. He's not gonna have the balloons for Cossack 2. It's not a big deal, but... And even in Cossack 1, you kinda need balloons, so he's gonna have to use something else. So like here, it's pretty even, because like you're gonna use Buster pretty much the whole stage here. You're not gonna use Bright or anything. So... And actually, Palpi has balloons, so he's gonna be faster here if he plays better than Victrass here. So it looks like Palpi is ahead here, but he's actually not. It's just the time that's not complete on, but that's still pretty close. I think they're about tied here. I don't really know how to fix this problem. I guess I could ask for help. Okay, okay, yeah, so Palpi is using Balloon here, so the problem is like Victrass is gonna have to use Rush Jet, and he also has the animation, which is a lot slower. And Palpi is using the boss only strat. This is pretty new strat actually. So you want to use the ladder, so like the falling is reset, so you can grab the ladder without going up. That gets pretty close. Victrass is gonna cut back here because he's gonna use Ring, so the Ring is like much faster than Buster, obviously. It's likely that he's actually still ahead by quite a bit, like over like 15 seconds, I would say. Okay. Yeah, they have about like a 15-second difference here. It's pretty close. Like if one of them do a mistake or like do something bad, and or misses something, it can bounce around. Alright, Victrass gonna use Balloon. No, he's not gonna use Balloon. Never mind. He cannot because he doesn't have Balloon. Right, so they're gonna do the same thing here. I wonder what's the buffs or only strat for the Spike from here coming up. So Victrass is obviously gonna use Rush Jet, but Palpiblade won't. Oh, he's going to. Never mind. Okay, so I guess you have to use, yeah, you have to because you cannot make this part. Okay, makes sense. So it's actually gonna be the exact same thing. That's actually funny because it looks like they're like incredibly close. They are really close right now. That's what's funny. Oh, Palpiblade falling off. That's... Oh, and he also takes damage off of that. That's a little bit annoying. Okay, victrass on the checkpoint room. These like backups are working fairly well, except that this bat is being a little annoying there. Okay, fine. Yeah, you can tell the experience of the boss only player here knows what he's doing. And he switch back to Buster. Really good. It's funny because it seems like they're ahead, but they're not really. Or like they're really close. I mean, we'll say, okay. So victrass at 25 flat. Yeah, they're about 18 seconds apart right now. So victrass is like 18 seconds ahead, which is totally fine. It's anyone's game still. Well, victrass getting a 1 though. I didn't sell what Palpy got. The thing about Palpy is he's gonna have to 3-cycle this out with Buster, I believe. So he's gonna lose quite a bit of time. Okay, victrass gets 3. Was that a 3-3 so far for Palpy? That's unlucky. So you can have 1, 2, or 3 cycles here. 1 is the fastest, but it's also the less likely. It's only 12.5% chance to happen each time. And the most common is actually a 3. Well, Palpy taking damage off the thing, the little wall thing. You can get zipped there, and it actually pushes you to take damage. That's kind of scary. He should be fine. Oh, he misses a hit. He was not gonna kill him anyway here, so that doesn't really change a lot. So yeah, victrass definitely taking the lead here with this fight, but that's the unfortunate Buster only moment. Buster only is slower there. But he nails it! Didn't die, that's what matters. Definitely not over yet for Palpy, can still win. He's doing pretty good so far, honestly. He only died like once, I think. Unfortunately, victrass not doing so well for what he would like, I think. I don't know what his goals are. He did die a couple of times, and he missed Balloon. Though now we don't really use Balloon anymore, so he should be fine. It's just gonna be weird for his menuing, because when you don't have Balloon, the menu is a little bit different. Oh, that ring was terrifying from victrass here. That was really low. I'm actually surprised it even hit there. It's actually the rebound that hit him. That's insane. So you don't die when you do that in that room. You just fell back off the previous screen. But it's just such an annoying thing to do because you need ring ammo. Like you're gonna use pretty much all your ammo of like ring and dust and pharaoh almost. So like any like weapon like you lose here is like either time loss or you're gonna have to refill later. Oh, he goes for the deboost strat. He actually didn't even save time doing it because he messed up the... Oh, Palpy missing the deboost here though. So victrass actually didn't save time here because he got the drop. Because he moved forward too quickly. Oh, not doing the motor walk. Well, he actually didn't got the charge. That's weird. He actually missed the shot too. Uh-oh. Oh, and Palpy's actually really low here. It should be fine, but he can... It's really easy to, like, mess up the fight. Like, the cockroach queens. So the cockroach queens are, like, a scripted fight. So victrass does not get the optimal kill because he kind of messed up the first half. Still fine, though. Yeah, it's gonna be a little awkward for Palpy there. Yeah, there's a bit of RNG on this fight. The only RNG element is like the shooting pattern he does. He can shoot like a big bullet or 4 bullets. Ideally, you don't want the 4 bullets because it's creating more lag. The big bullet is actually faster. It's like basically about a second time save, I think, if you get that pattern. Okay, so the first half is actually... Oh, okay, he cannot do any mistake anymore. I don't think he has an E-tank. He does, yeah, that's fair. So victrass is gonna have to use Rush Coil. I don't know if he used to do Balloon or whatever, but he's gonna have to use Rush Coil anyway. I believe he used Rush Coils anyway, right? Yeah, that sounds like a good Rush Coil placement, so he's probably used to doing that. Very nice. Okay. Good decision from Palpi to use the E-tank here, because he definitely took some damage. That's not a... I would say it's actually pretty tough to do that boss only without taking damage and fast, so... Like, it's actually really hard to even do this fight fast in boss only because you have to wait a lot. So here we go, the final boss, obviously, of this game. So you want to slide to the right side because any slide you do is actually freezing catcher's like horizontal movements. He was pretty low, but he should be fine. He misses the shot though, so he's gonna go back. Okay, there you go. Oh, and in boss only you cannot do their shortcut. You have to do the normal route. Okay, this is DLC, guys. You almost never see this. Probably the only time you're gonna see this room in the tournament. Enjoy. Or the final time, let's say. Or maybe not. Maybe Palpi will win, and he's gonna have another chance to show this night room here. Who knows? And yeah, it's Wily again. You thought he died on the other game? No, he's still there. He's still there. Alright. Any reason he does BO? Because he just likes BO, yeah. He only plays boss only. That's correct. Alright, here we go. Wily 1, or the Met stage. So this stage is actually really tough to do optimally. Oh, Palpi getting grabbed and dies. Maybe that was intentional because he was low health. Could be intentional, actually. Yeah, so Wily 1 is like one of the toughest stage to do, like, with a good, without taking damage. And this room is actually scary because now that he took damage, he can't get a death drop of this Met right there. He actually gets it. He almost jumped too high because of that. I've actually died a few times to that drop, so that's why now I keep calling it a death drop anyway, no matter what. Okay. Nice last room. And oh, it's I'm gonna break you, Mega Man. Oh, it's Dr. Wily again. Okay, so here's Med Daddy. So Med Daddy can do 2 things. He can jump quickly or slow, and if he jumps slow, you can get 6 shots max off of him. So he got the slow pattern here, so he should be able to get 5 or 6. He's gonna go for the 5. Why? Because he would have missed the 6 here. He gets another slow, so he's gonna... Oh, but he gets frozen, though. Is he gonna get bailed out? Oh, he does not get bailed out, so he's gonna only have 4 here. So if you're, like, timing your shots very well, you can actually get a 5 hit on this cycle. Unfortunately, because he missed both, he had a 4th cycle. You can kill this boss in 3 cycle a lot of the times, but if you miss too many shots or just get the bad pattern, it can be really hard to get. It's never impossible to get a 3 cycle. It's just depending on the pattern you get, it can be quite a bit harder to get. And yeah, I'm curious to see how the Yoku blocks play with boss only. I don't know if there's any ways to cheese them actually. I guess the first you probably can't, so you have to do it anyway. And the second one's probably the same because you don't really have any ways to pass it. Oh, I think victrass switched to rush. Okay, that's a very clever backup actually. I've never seen that before. Very interesting from victrass here. So I believe he saw that his ammo is too low, and he's probably preserving it for the last room where you have to use rush jet. That's very clever. And it doesn't really change a lot. He's gonna save some time actually in the next room for that. That's actually a good strat to look into. Very clever. I like that strat. Yeah, like this. It was for the memes. Well, that looks interesting. Okay, makes it through. That was really good. I wouldn't call it a meme right away. That looks interesting. Well, it's definitely not gonna look interesting because of the last room, unfortunately, but that's a good strat. That's a good meme strat, I guess. Showing the memes. I wouldn't say it was faster, obviously, but he definitely saved a bit of time on some of the room there. You usually do a rush jet. So here we killed the hitbox of the boss with the drill bomb here. So we can go behind the boss to basically trivialize this poor taco trash. It's actually a pretty fun strat to do. It's pretty easy. Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. It's very comfy strat. And it barely loses time too. Fun fact, even Becco, which is second place runner on the leaderboard, does this strat in his former wood record actually, so yeah. And there goes refights. Oh, interesting. victrass going full dust? That's interesting. I guess he's confident on his ring ammo? I didn't know if he got an extra refill somewhere, perhaps. I didn't so. Like, normally what you want to do is you want to pick up some of the strats. Yeah, Palpi will not be able to do that strat. He's gonna have to go on the platform and play it like a god gamer. Feel this boss only. It's worth mentioning that some of the boss in this game have some incredibly poor hitboxes. I didn't mention it, but on Moth Raya we saw it in Cossack 1, the hitbox was actually 1 pixel. And because probably he's playing boss only, he also cannot skip the health refill. That's something we don't really mention anymore in this tournament because of how many times you guys probably saw that. But normally you want to use Rain Flush to kind of like tank. Oh, he's getting some terrible patterns though. So this Taco Trash can give you 2 patterns, either Flame or Ball, and it's actually a 50-50. But the preferred pattern is a Flame pattern because it's just better. Unfortunately, whenever you get the ball pattern, you have to exit the position or take damage. And here, Palpi was pretty low, so that was pretty annoying to deal with. And even sometime in actual runs, because like the fastest strat, you want to use Ring here. You don't want to use Drill. Can be pretty annoying sometimes when you're low health, when you just keep getting ball patterns. Okay, so meanwhile, we can use Rain Flush on Bread because normally you don't have that weakness, as that's the stage we do first in this route. And we have 1 Rain Flush remaining for 1 hit of Drillman. You may think that is a very useless thing to do, but actually, that saves the one hit at the very end, and since this guy can dive a lot, that's actually good. That leaves less opportunity for for Drill to dive. And they're both in refight now. Honestly, very close race though. Oh, that's not the right weapon. That's not Marine. There you go. There you go. No problem. Here's Pharaoh. For ring. They're both on ring, which is funny. Oh, does he do the CFO strat? Okay, that's like an hybrid type strat. Okay, well that works. So the optimal strat is actually to kill him on the left side, as you're even further left than ring, so you basically end the fight on the teleporter. That's not pretty good though. And the Dust is, as always, sucking on both sides. Look at him. Look at his idiots. He keeps sucking. Okay, looks like Palpi got a little bit more bailed out than victrass here. Victrass is just suffering here. Okay. It's the last boss though, so he's gonna go on machine here. There you go. Alright. Alright, so we wanna use a ring here and also a beat. So we wanna use ring all the way to 1 HP and then we're going to switch to drill. Right there. So that way we can skip most of the refill and the first bomb we deal actually deals double damage. So victrass here playing a little safe because he doesn't want to just risk his health, which is understandable. This fight can be pretty scary. Meanwhile, Palpi finishing dive. Only 3 fights remaining, so not that far behind, honestly, especially considering he played boss only all the way. Even for boss only, I think that's like a really good run, honestly. I'm not sure what the final time will be, but I believe that's like a pretty good time. And alright, let's go Capsule for victrass. So Capsule is a pretty trolly boss fight. There's a lot of patterns. The delay between each spawn is random. The spawns are random. The ball that spawns is also random. So a lot of things that can be annoying on this fight. Ideally, you want to try to get 2 double shots and 1 single shot to finish him. But we'll see what victrass is getting here. That's a fast spawn. That's not a good pattern though. That's another. Oh, that was a good one, but he missed it unfortunately. He's just pretty low on Pharaoh. It's fine. He can just pause though. Oh, but he's low though. He's gotta be careful. Okay, 1 more hit. 1 more hit. Oh my god, that was close. He almost died, I think, from that. GG from victrass. That was really close. Oh my god. Okay. I was like, I believe that little bullet here was gonna kill him. I'm not entirely sure, but I think he almost died on that. Well, GG victrass. Meanwhile, Palpi on to machine himself. So actually, boss fight is a little bit easier here for this cycle. However, the second cycle will be a lot different. Alright, here we go. Here's a nightmare of a lot of casual players right there. Boss only, this fight is an absolute nightmare. You need to be max height on every of the shot, almost. Otherwise, the shot will ping. So Palpi is nailing this right now. Really good. No misses so far. Really impressive, honestly. if you've played this fight casually, you probably struggled your ass to get that. And that's totally normal. This is a nightmare casually to do this buster only. Alright, here we go. Palpi on the last stage. Man, honestly, really good race though. Like, Palpi got like kind of like penalized by the boss only. Like, if he had played like not boss only, that race would have been incredibly tight, I think. It's just that like there's something in the game that you just lose a lot on boss only, like the spare machine, you basically cannot do it in 2 cycles. Stuff like that. So, but unfortunately you cannot kill this boss with Buster, so you have to use Arrow. And he's pretty low though, he's gotta be careful. Okay. Please don't die. Okay, got it. GG. Oof. That was also terrifying. Alright. GG from both runners here. Do I have? I do have. I don't know if we're gonna have the runners here. So unfortunately, no, this is not a BO3, it's a BO1. We were on the loser bracket. But yeah, GG for both runners. That was a good race. Oh, looks like we got both runners in here. Welcome Palpiblade, welcome victrass.
Hello.
Yeah, well, first congratulations victrass for the win. And,
oh, thank you.
And yeah,
Congrats.
good race. Good race. Good
And
race.
that's it. Thank you for watching,
Expected
folks.
to do a balloonless run.
Yeah, you did balloon. That was like no balloon. That was like very interesting because you guys were like neck and neck like a lot of the times during the 8 robots. Unfortunately, like Palpi played boss only the whole through, so he lost time on some of the parts. But honestly, really impressive.
Yeah, that really. I like Buster Only, except it slows the bosses down so much. I'd like to play like Buster Only, except for bosses.
That's the best part about it. What do you mean? Like, being able to experience the full boss is what makes me love Buster Only. You get to see, like, what the actual boss is, instead of just, oh, there they are, never mind, they're dead.
Yeah, I like to just get them out of the way. I just Indiana Jones style. Bam, gone, bye.
Yeah, very impressive though.
If it were up to me, the whole game would just be nothing but platforming. Oh, did you like my coil strat, Oral? I thought you'd love that.
Yeah, that was cool. I like that cool shot. That's pretty fun. Well, that last room was
yeah, I was playing around with that a long time ago.
That's fun.
Yeah, the whole meme category of coil percent was based around the fact that you could do that. I was like, you could just like, there's no screen you can't do with coil. I couldn't get through Cossack 2 with coil. That was the only screen I couldn't do.
Yeah, because at first I thought you just used it because like you were like very low on jet. Like I thought that was my thought process. I was like, oh, he's gonna use coil because he's low, but what is he doing? I never knew that strat was a thing, which makes sense.
No, I did a. No, this was a commentator's curse, by the way, because when I was commentating the last race between not Riley and Hypa, I was talking with Iraq Vet about the balloon jump, and if you missed it, I was like, well, you gotta know your vet, you gotta know your jet backups, or I don't want to know you. And then I go ahead and miss my balloon jump, and I have to do all my jet backups.
But yeah. Yeah, but that was really close though. As I said, pretty much like it was hard to catch like who was ahead because of the route difference. But like I believe you guys entered.
Yeah, the 8 robots were in a random order.
Yeah.
I bet that was fun to commentate.
I think it was like 20 seconds apart or something. Like as you guys entered the Cossack city, like I was really close, and because
yeah, we needed like a randomizer checkbox.
Just for me. Just for me.
You don't.
Yeah, you caught back a little bit, Palpi and Cossack 1 because of the. I mean, thanks to that. Until the fight, obviously, because it's much slower with Buster. But
I know, man. I know.
you
love-
definitely caught back though.
I love joining these tournaments Buster only, mostly because I like to showcase it, and also I always like when I'm just like I'm still like caught up in 8 robos, knowing that Cossack stages are going to go much worse. Because most 8 robo stages in Buster only, they're actually not that far behind in terms of like any percent, especially if your opponent like dies a couple times. It's like, holy crap, it's close. But once you reach the Wily stages, it becomes clear why Buster only's a lot slower.
I mean, it still ended up pretty close. Like only 2 minutes apart is not that far, all things considered. So, especially with a game like Mega Man 4, where it's so easy to like lose a lot of time to deaths or something.
Yeah.
So... But yeah, have you ever considered like learning the full game, like or just always Buster only forever?
I mean, my main goal is to get every Buster only record in the Classic Series. Lofty goal, I know, but I really like Buster only, and any percent, I don't know. I'm just not that. Not that I'm not that interested. I am interested in doing any percent runs, but I always find myself, whenever I try them, I'm always frustrated because I can't get the cool tech down. And for Buster only, it's really easy to transition between games. Just because I have the same weapon in each game.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope you achieve your goals. That sounds like I mean, you still got some pretty impressive time, even though it's not necessarily like world record times. It's like really close on a lot of the categories, I believe, right? So
Yeah, relatively
like,
close.
yeah,
Mega
it's
Man
still
1 is
pretty...
the bane of my existence right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's still pretty impressive to me at the very least. So
Thank you.
yeah. So yeah, victrass, you'll be fighting next Mellowflows. That's gonna be another interesting race.
Yeah, that is. I'm really excited because I just know him as a Mega Man 5 runner. Like, I quit Twitch for a while and came back, and he's like, oh, he's already bought me like really hard in this game. So, okay, this is going to be a fun race.
Yeah, I believe that was actually like
I didn't know he got so good.
That was way back during the 2020 Mega Man 4 tournament, so... Yeah.
Yeah, that's about when I was stepping away from Twitch. I couldn't join in Looking Toad's tournament. That was a lot of fun though, because that's when the world record was bouncing back and forth between like Becco and stuff.
Yeah.
Colonel. That was awesome.
That was a wild time to be a Mega Man 4 runner. But yeah, I think that's about it. Unless you guys have something else to say.
No, pretty good. GG's.
Thank you so much for hopping on commentary last minute, Oral. And thank you for throwing the tournament, Mr. Cab, and all the Speed Gaming tech wizards. And that's all from me.
Yeah. So the next match will be actually September 6th, 10 p.m. ET. Guy Next Door versus Great John. So that's actually a very close match here. So I hope you guys can see that one. And yeah. I think that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, we'll see you guys later.